Hi guys, Travis here, Perth Diesel Performance. Today's video, 70 Series 2.8 Diff Breathers. You've already got the fuel kit in the vehicle, you just want to know how to fit the breathers. We're going to show you step by step how to get this guy straight into your 70 Series and get your Diff Breather kit installed today. Okay, Diff Breathers, why do you need them in your 70 Series? Well, we're going to bring all of the breathers up into the engine bay. We're going to lift the weighting point. So some breathers are mounted down close on the chassis rails. We're going to bring all of them up into the engine bay, one central service location. So you can keep an eye on them, you can check them. Now the added bonus, if you've got electric lockers, they have little motors that actuate the lockers. So if you're in a pickle and you go to put the locker on and it doesn't work, that's because it's got water ingression into the motor. It doesn't happen straight away, it happens over time. It'll catch it out, and that's what this kit is going to protect for you and your 70 Series. First of all, we've got the hose, the zip ties, there's the silicone hose, there's the 4 brass breathers, we've got the mounting hardware with the nylock nuts, bolts and washers. We've also got 5 push lock male fittings, 1 female push lock fitting, a wide joiner, a T-joiner and a right angle, and also a brass extension, and as well as the breather block. This is our Diff Breather kit for the 2.8 litre and the V8 70 Series, and this is it fitted to the vehicle. So first things, the male push lock fittings, we're going to fit them to the bottom of the breather block. You can use a 5mm Allen key, that makes it easy to do these up. Once we've done this, we're then going to put in the breathers themselves into the top of the breather block. 4 of them, we're just going to go along and nip them up. They don't need to be super tight. Then we're going to go under the vehicle and straight to the transfer case, and we're going to take off the breather hose at the back of the transfer case. We're then going to start unclipping all of the mounting points where this clips on across the top of the gearbox, leading up to the top of the bell housing. As you can see, they're just plastic clips and they're clipping onto the harness and accessories on top of the gearbox. Once we've undone this, we're going to go back up to the top of the vehicle, and then we're going to drag it through right up to the top. Now to make this easy, we're just going to undo this 10mm bolt right here, and then we're going to drag the whole breather assembly straight out of the vehicle on the bench, and it's going to make it easy to work with. Now we're just going to put a little bit of pipe sealer or thread sealer on the male brass extension. We're going to screw that into the push lock fitting, the female one I mentioned earlier. Once we've done this, we're just going to nip the 2 together. Now we're going to prepare to mount this onto the factory bracket. As you can see, they just unclip, nice and easy. Once we've got these out, we're going to remove the breathers off the plastic clip, and we're going to relocate the plastic clip back into the metal bracket. Now we need to remove the factory breathers from the hoses. We're just going to dislodge them on both hoses. They're just plastic fittings, but sometimes they're in there a little bit tight, so you may need to get some assistance with pliers. Once we've got them out, we're then going to slide in the brass fitting we prepared earlier. Now you're going to see we're aligning this up so that it sits into the clip nicely. There's plenty of barb there to put the hose on. We're also going to lock this in place with a small zip tie. We're going to pull that tight, and then we're going to use a set of flush cuts, snip it off, and away we go. The other hose, we're going to put our poly pipe. We're just going to feed that down the inside, and we're going to put another zip tie around the outside. That's going to secure that in location. So I'm going to clip that back into the bracket. I'm going to zip tie that hose off as well. Trim the zip tie off to suit. Now we've got the breather hose all ready to go. We're going to connect it into the push lock fitting, and now the breathers to the gearbox and transfer case are ready. We can mount it back into the vehicle. We're going to feed all the breather factory hoses back down the bell housing, and we're going to mount off the bracket back at the top of the bell housing with the 10mm bolt we removed earlier. Once this is in place, we're then going to route the hosing all the way up to the fuel filter assembly and the breather block. Little tip here as well, getting this bolt in, bit of blue tack in the end of the socket can hold it because no one wants to lose the 10mm, so that might help you when you're reinstalling it. And as you can see here, we're just going to feed the factory hoses down the passenger side of the bell housing, and then we're going to go back under the vehicle and we'll fit them off later on. Okay, before we route the hoses, we're going to mount the breather block to the stainless steel bracket that the fuel kit sits on. So we're going to do that with the Phillips head screws, the washers and the little nylock bolts. Just going to nip them up, get them finished and installed, and then we can run the routing of the hose and get a rough cut length of how much hose we need to get the installation fitted, so it's a nice neat install. So we're just going to run that along here, roughly get it in place. We're going to give ourselves a little bit of free play here. We're going to cut the hose off, and we're going to then put the bulk of the hose out of the way. Once we've done this, we're going to come back and we're going to feed the breather hoses that we're fitting over the other side of the heater pipe. What that's going to do is going to make sure that the extended breathers don't come into contact with the exhaust, the hot side of the exhaust you can see here from the DPF side of things. We're going to run the hose along the fuel kit, along the firewall. We're going to zip tie that in place. We're just going to keep coming along with the breather hoses. Flush cuts to cut the zip ties off. We're then going to run the hose under the backside of the breathers. Final fit off is just to trim them to the right length and then just push them into the bottom of the blue push lock fittings. Now the last bit of the transmission and the transfer case breathers is to reconnect the factory breathers that run along the top of the gearbox. So as we've seen earlier, we fed down the factory breather hoses. We're just going to route them along the top of the gearbox like we did when we removed them, and it's just a reverse of removing them. So we're just going to slide on the factory clamps back in place, and then we're going to start at the back. So we're on the transfer case. Now we're going to we're going to work towards the front and re-clip the hoses back into place onto the factory harnesses with those black plastic clips that we pulled off earlier. And as you can see, they just clip back into place. It's nice and easy. There's plenty of room under these compared to the earlier models that had the manual transmission. So this one is a walk in the park to install yourself at home. And just like that, transmission done. Now we're back up to the front of the vehicle to do the front diff breather. So we're just going to undo the 12mm bolt that holds the factory breather onto the chassis, and then we're going to undo the fitting that runs into the diff housing. We're just using an open-ended spanner. We're going to swing that around. I'm not even going to take the hose off because we're just going to undo it. As you can see, it comes out nice and easy. And we're going to put a male push lock fitting, and we're just going to screw that in there. The 90-degree one, you can see right here, it's the 90-degree one. Now, tip here as well, it's an O-ring fit. You don't need a swing on it. As you can see, I use a stumpy spanner. The O-ring does all the work and seals it. Now we're just going to push in some extended breather hose. We're going to run along the factory brake lines, and then we're going to run up to the chassis, and we're going to feed it up all the way over to the driver's side of the vehicle. We have got a bit of hose here as well, so you've just got to navigate that through. It's a bit of like a snake under the vehicle. And we're just going to run that up, straight up to the factory, just behind the engine mount on the chassis rail there. Just going to zip tie it along all the harnesses. And away we go. We're coming back up into the engine bay. Make sure when you route this one as well, you get it around the right side of the steering column. As you can see here, I'm just feeding it around, and there's a harness there, and that's what we're going to zip tie it back to as well. We're just going to rough cut this, so we've got length to work with. Now we're going to extend the factory diff locker harness. What we're going to do here is we're going to trim the silicone hose in the kit in half, and we're going to push that onto our breather extension hose. And as you can see, I'm going to seal it in place with a small zip tie and lock it off. Now we're going to feed that down. The factory front diff lock motor actuator breather is just down here. It's a little nipple on the top. You're going to pull that off, and then we're going to slide on the silicone hose, and then we're going to put another zip tie, and that's going to secure the two together. And as you can see, as I said earlier, we're going to put the hose, we're going to run these together. So we're going to run the front diff breather as well as the diff locker motor breather. We're going to run them together, and we're going to join them with the wide joiner of the push lock fittings. So we've just pushed them in together here. Now we're going to put a bit more hose in here. We're going to extend that up, straight up to our breather block. So we're just going to make sure they're nice and positively pushed together. Now, a tip with these as well, a nice set of flush cuts that cut the hose. A square cut is always good as well. Cutting them with a blunt pair of pliers isn't going to be friendly. So make sure you use nice sharp cutters. Same thing with the zip ties you'll see here. I'm using flush cuts. There's nothing worse than putting your hands down an engine bay and slicing your wrist up on zip ties. So we're just going to route this under the fuel filter housing. You can see here it's all secured in place. A little bit of length from this wide joiner, and it's in a serviceable location as well. So you can always look at it, visually see it in the engine bay when you're looking, doing your pre-checks if you're traveling. Now a little bit of hose Now being fussy, I'm going to keep all these hoses so they all run together, and I like to keep them all in order. So as you can see, we've done the transmission and the breather. Next one, we're just push lock, we're putting in there is our front. And then it's time to move on to the rear. So now, as you can see, we're going to feed down the long length of hose, and that's going to start running down to the back of the vehicle. And what we're going to do is going to feed it and run along with the other hoses as well we just did earlier. Going to route that up. So it's all together, and once again push it into the bottom of the blue push lock fitting, and that is the rear connection. Now we're just going to run along and zip tie all of these hoses in place. We're just going to start from the front of the vehicle, and we're going to work all the way to the back of the vehicle, step by step. Once again, making sure you get the zip ties in the right location, trimming off with flush cuts. Now, key point, make sure you get all the hose in the right way around fuel hoses, steering columns, away from heat, any other accessories. One thing we see with customers' cars as well is wiring harnesses that are ran near hot side or exhaust sides. Definitely don't run that sort of stuff near an exhaust. So we've just dislodged a guard here, and we're going to run behind and run along with the brake lines. It just makes it easier, and we're going to get it in a nice location. So as you can see, I mentioned the exhaust. There is a shield here. We're just going to keep it right out of the way and under the factory guards. A little bit fiddly sometimes, but once you've got it fed through, we can now refit the guard, put the bolts back in, tighten it up, and away we go. Few zip ties to locate this securely in place as well along the way. One tip as well, as you're dragging the hose through, make sure you don't kink it or pull on it and there's no twists on it. So make sure the hose isn't tangled before you start feeding it through, and you get it snaked halfway down the back of the car and you realise you've got a knot in the hose, because guess what? You're going to be taking it back out to sort it out and start again. And now we need to locate the rear locomotor breather. And here we have it, just high on the harness at the rear of the chassis. So you need to pull off the breather and prepare it ready to mount our breather kit extension. Now we've located the rear locker breather. As you can see, I've just removed that off the factory hose. Now we're going to put a T-piece in place on our hose down the back. We're just going to put a small extension hose in that as well. You can cut this to suit your application. Obviously from dual cabs to single cabs will change, and wagons, troopies. There's a little bit of silicone hose like we did on the front one, and that is going to join the breather extension pipe to the factory breather pipe as well. Now I'm just going to zip tie the T-piece and our breather hoses in place, just so we can check our orientation and mounting position. We are happy with it. As you can see, I'm just feeding the breather hose, the one we're extending breather hose in. We're just going to run that down the harness, and I'm going to zip tie it to it. Now, the reason we're putting it on the harness is because the harness has the right amount of length for droop and suspension lifts and stuff like that. Now, if you have an issue with not enough length and that harness snaps, you've got a lot more to worry about. Now back up to the locomotor breather. We prepared this earlier. This is the other side of the T-piece, and I've just connected it here to a little bit of factory hose, and that has extended the locomotor breather. And we're just going to put a zip tie here, and that's going to seal it off. And we're going to put another zip tie in place, and now we're going to secure the rear diff breather to the harness. We're going to check that. We're going to run along there. We're happy with it. Now at this point, we're going to remove the factory rear diff breather from both the chassis and also from the diff housing itself, just using an open-end spanner. I'm going to undo that. Once again, like the front, I'm not going to remove the rubber hose. Once we've got that out of the way, we are going to fit a new push lock fitting. Now this guy has an O-ring fit as well. A 5mm Allen key does the job nicely, and you don't need to over tighten this guy. The O-ring does the work. Now we're just going to trim off the extended breather hose to suit. I am using hose cutters for that nice flush finish on the hose, and that is the rear breathers done. Okay, so locations, front diff breather. It is mounted right here on the front diff housing. The locomotor breather is can't quite see it from here, but if you follow it up just on top of the chassis rail where the engine mount is, you'll see that little nipple. And we'll run straight down the back of the car. Obviously, we ran the lines along the chassis down here. Now, just to recap, we've got our T-piece in here. We've now got the breather tube running down here along the cables and into the rear diff housing. That is the rear diff breather. Now, up on the second exit of the T-piece at the back here, you can now see through here where we've tapped into the rear breather. Make sure that's all fitted off. Okay, so we're going to lower the vehicle down and I'll show you when the vehicle's down where the transmission and transfer case breathers are located. Okay, so located at the back of the engine is the transmission and the transfer case breathers. Just here you can see the orange marker. So you can tee into them and run the hoses up and along over to your breather block. And when I talked about the front locker motor, you'll see just here, that's where we've taken off that little black rubber nipple and we've teed into it there and run that up to the breather block and plumb it all off as a finished result. And there you have it. You've just fitted. For years to come, it's going to be protected. If you're after one today, get in touch with us or hit the link. Get your 70 series protected. Until next time, I'll see you out on the tracks.